YTBC, what's the deal? Well, this cruiserweight division is really starting to heat up. May 14th is going down in Latvia. Briedis, who I've done a prospect watch video on him. If you haven't caught that video, please go to my prospect playlist and catch that video. He was teetering a little bit with heavyweight. He went up, fought Manuel Char, knocked him out in a very impressive face-first knockout, Manny Pacquiao Marquez style. Very good knockout in that fight, and he overcame about a 30-pound weight advantage in that fight. But he's taking on the very tough Olnar Waju Durodola, and it's going to be a very good fight. I've seen Durodola fight a few times. I know he's been there with some heavyweights. Lemov. I remember Lemov was in there with Jarrell Miller and Derek Rossi, and he actually beat Jason Bergman. Durodola was also, I seen him lose on NBC in a fight to what was that kid's name? Debiso Machunu. I believe that was the guy he beat, a shorter guy, and that guy beat Eddie Chambers and Garrett Wilson. So it was a very good fight, and he was a short cruiserweight that likes to stand in front of you, man. He's a pretty good fighter himself. But the win that really impressed me from Durodola was the win against Dmitry Kordrashov. Hope I'm pronouncing his last name right, but I seen some highlights of that guy. So I went back and watched a few of his fights, and he was 18-0 with 18 knockouts going into that fight with Durodola. And he was busting Durodola up in the first round. I mean, busting him up, hit him with a left hook that hurt him, put him against the ropes. Looked like he's going to knock him out clean. Looked like it was going to be an impressive victory for Dmitry. And then Durodola, he withstood the storm. Then the second round came around, and Durodola started to press the action. He was landing good shots in the first round too. It's just that Dmitry, he needs to learn how to move his legs a little bit more, because he was moving his head. It wasn't like he was just standing there. He was trying to bend at the waist to get out of every shot, and he was trying to just stand in one spot, flat-footed, just stand there and roll with every shot with his shoulders and his gloves. And sometimes you have to move, or you have to hold, or when you're rolling with shots, you have to come back with immediate counters. It's like he was trying to roll like 4, 5, 6 punches at a time, then come back with a shot. And he got caught in the tornado, and it looked like he didn't know what to do when he was standing flat-footed. But that's not Durodola's fault. He looked very good in that fight. Kind of reminded me of Latif Coyote a little bit. But for this fight, though, with Briedis, to me, he doesn't move his head enough. He is going to come forward. That's how he likes to fight. But he can be countered. I seen him counter against Machunu, countered him really well in that fight. And Briedis, to me, fights his best when he's on his back foot. He'll go on his back. He likes to fight with his hands down. He relies on his legs right now. He's still fighting like a young fighter, using his legs, fighting with his hands down a little bit. I'm not saying he doesn't keep his hands up completely, but when he's in his rhythm and at his best is when he's fighting with his hands down, kind of bending at the waist, and he lulls you to sleep a little bit. Then he'll dart in with a quick counter, whether it's a left hook or right hand, and then the punches, they come from weird angles because he has his hands down, so he can catch you off guard. Was it Venter he was fighting when he darted in with like a quick right and knocked him down real fast? I mean, he just has really good speed, good power. I've seen him knock guys out on his back foot. I mean, he knocked Char out cold off his back foot with an uppercut. I believe he followed it with like a grazing left hook, but pretty nasty, man. Briedis, amateur experience. I mean, he's the deal. He's the real deal to me. That's why I did a prospect watch video on him, possibly moving up to heavyweight. But right now at cruiserweight, there's a lot of action, a lot of things going on right now. This is going to be a very entertaining fight. I'm expecting Briedis to win this fight by decision. Durodola, he's a very strong guy. He's going to be in shape. He is a top 10 cruiserweight, man. I mean, this isn't going to be an easy fight. I've seen some Briedis fans say he's going to knock him out in a few rounds. I mean, anything could happen in boxing, but this is legit, in my opinion, a legit top 10 fighter. There's a lot of stuff going on at cruiserweight, man. Makabu's getting ready to fight, what's my man's name? Tony Bello. He actually did a damn good job in that Rocky movie too, man. Props to him. But this shit's heating up right now, man. It really is heating up right now. We know that Marco Huck just fought Afolabi, beat him. Afolabi retired. You know, he's looking for either Glowacki or that Cunningham winner, but Alexander Usyk is going to get that title shot. So, but still though, there's some interesting fights to make there, you know, at that division. So, a lot going on right now. I'm just giving my opinion on this Marius Briedis fight. I think he's going to win this fight. I think he just has more in his toolbox, man. He can fight coming forward. I mean, any guy can look good, you know, fighting downhill, coming forward and beating up guys when guys have on the, you know, put the high guard up and elect to just take all your shots and then try to come out of the shell and then try to throw their shots. Because you can get your shots off on guys like that and just circle away. You know, but the thing about Briedis, he can come forward. If you choose to put up the high guard, he'll come forward and take care of business. But if you try to pressure him, he will circle you. He will move with his hands down, and he will give you the illusion like, oh, I can just walk right in on him. Then that's when he sneaks those hard lead counters, and it looks pretty beautiful. So he is a top cruiserweight in my opinion. But this is going to be a very good fight. May 14th is going down to Latvia. YTBC. I'm out.